Hey everyone, Namaste and welcome to the Mediocre Madness, and I hope that all you gorgeous people are doing great as always. Now today we'll be talking about something which is extremely important, however, is one of the most difficult tasks when it comes to doing it. So today's topic of discussion is how to self-motivate yourself. So if you find that interesting, then keep on watching. Thinking is great, however, actions make all the difference. Now, one of the biggest differences between regular people and people who successfully grow, expand themselves and eventually reach their goals is that they consistently take action. Now, you want to take action, however, action takes a lot of energy. Now, the question is, where does this energy come from? Very good question. Answer to that is, it comes from within. Now, remember that inspiration is a powerful force, and inspired action is one of the most powerful ways to motivate your own self. We also have to remember that external motivators are extremely important. However, if you can inspire yourself from within, that actually lights the fire from inside out. Before we directly jump into the tips as to how to self-motivate yourself, there are three important things that you need to take into consideration. Number one is passion. So find the things that you are most passionate about. Now, I know that even I and you, we all have to do things that we don't really like. But then, yes, we also need to consider that there are certain things that we need to do. But is that all you are doing every single day, every single moment? If that's the thing, if your life has become a repetition of some dull and boring stuff, some very repetitive course, then needs a repair. Number two, habits. Now, we all have a set of good habits and bad habits. So keep your bad habits at bay and find the good habits that you have. Habits like waking up early, or being very punctual, or maybe you like to work out a lot, taking care of your hygiene, health. These are extremely good habits which eventually makes you very productive. So nurture the good habits that you have so that these habits make your life a little easier for the next day. And number three, focus. You have to focus completely and absolutely on the task you have currently in hand. I know that could be extremely challenging for all of us. However, we need to find ways that can play the trick. Alright, so now that we have already set the ground, let's quickly jump into the tips and tricks that actually can work as great internal motivators. Tip number one, go back to why. Now, you simply need to take a break, zoom out and ask yourself why you're doing the things that you're doing in the first place. Now, if you don't have the answer, then there is a very good chance that you should not bother. Okay, tip number two is go for 5. Yeah, now what does that mean? Very good question indeed. Now, once you've figured out what your passion or what you're going to be doing from now onwards, my request or my advice would be not to jump totally. Do not put all your heart and soul in it at the very beginning. Start for 5 minutes maybe in the very first day. Now, once you get a hang of the whole thing, you increase the time limit so that this particular thing which you're extremely excited and passionate about becomes even more exciting for you, because we all understand that often that little push is enough to get you going. Tip number 3 is moving around. Now, when I say that, I simply mean that you need to get your body moving as if you're extremely excited and motivated to do something. Now, yes, this is a fake approach, but often, it might sound extremely silly and ridiculous to some extent. However, this faking it approach often works. Tip number 4 is that you need to focus on the immediate next step. Let's say, for example, you're working on a project, which is great, congratulations. However, you're stuck at some point, okay, and you don't know what to do. There is nobody to support or help you. Now, if you focus continuously on that particular part, your task will become even more difficult or challenging. Now, if that is the situation that you're facing currently, now let me tell you that all you need to do is to focus on the immediate next step. Now, the reason why I say this is because if you constantly concentrate or focus on the step that is blocking your path, then you'll end up procrastinating, and that will obviously not be very helpful. Just chunk it up, focus on the immediate next step, and things, trust me, will become more manageable. Next step would be find out what exactly is keeping you from work. Do not ignore those problems before you either remove or isolate them completely. The reason could simply be that you're not sure about the deadline, or you haven't assigned or delegated the work properly. Okay, so find it out and get going. Tip number 6 is to address your fears. Now, trust me, we all have fears, phobias, okay, but we all have certain, hidden fears or anxieties that can actually keep us away from getting our goals achieved. So address those fears. If you cannot handle it, seek for professional help. Isolate your phobias, anxieties, whatever you have. You have to make yourself confident, so much so that you're sure about yourself, that you can handle the worst case scenario. Tip number 7 would be to get a partner. Go get yourself a good partner or a friend who can motivate you when you're actually feeling extremely lazy. Let's say your goal is to lose some weight. You want to go to the gym, however, you don't feel like doing that. So ask a friend or a partner who is willing to accompany you. Having a friend can help motivate you to work hard when you would have normally quit. Number 8 would be to plan out for tomorrow. Chalk out a good plan, a to-do list for tomorrow, and trust me, this will actually take you a long, long way. Tip number 9 is a great motivator, trust me, and that is to read books. Now, when I say reading books, I don't really mean that you have to read motivational books only. Now, it can be any book that has got a whole lot of new ideas. Now, learning about new ideas will actually put your brain in motion. It'll clear your vision, widen it, and will actually build up motivation. Now, the next step is to develop a mantra for yourself. Now, find a few statements or popular quotes that will actually focus on your mind and motivate you. You can find that from any kind of motivation quotes from the net or from any kind of poster, anything and everything that tells you what you can do. Now, if you're not too sure about it, you can develop one mantra for yourself. Just keep on reminding yourself what you're capable of doing. Just keep on saying that, yes, I know you can do it. Yes, I can do it, and go for it. Kill it, nail it, do whatever. Anything and everything that works as a self-motivator is great. Last tip for the day would be to build on success. Remember, success creates success. Now, when you win, you automatically become very self-motivated and you feel that you can do almost anything in the world. But these emotions are situation specific. So it doesn't really matter if the win is a very big or a small one. A win is a win, right? So reward yourself, make a note of it. Follow the steps that you've followed in this case and which eventually have made you win the battle. Okay, so it could be anything as small as making somebody smile, or maybe being able to complete a task within the given deadline, or losing some weight for that matter. So anything and everything matters. So pat yourself, reward yourself. It could be anything, very small, okay, a candy or a flower, anything. Yeah, so keep on motivating yourself, and working on those steps will actually create success for you. All right, so that brings us to the end of this long video. Okay, so I hope that you find this video helpful in some way or the other, and you keep on self motivating yourself. And if you found these steps helpful, don't forget to comment in the below comment section. And meanwhile, like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you feel like, and I shall see you around next time, next week, with something, important, helpful, whatever. All right, so till the time, you take very good care of yourself, and I shall see you around. Bye bye. Namaste.